What is John McCain really like? I saw it every single day on the floor of the United States Senate. Judgment in how to approach the war against terrorism. How to approach issues like spending.
We have with us here today a man whose very career and everything he's ever done has qualified him to lead this country. It has been a career of honor, courage, integrity, plain old-fashioned guts, and everything that he's ever done. He was one of the millions who signed up to defend us long ago in 1941. When they sucker punched us in Pearl Harbor, he fought under MacArthur, 17 with an Army Thompson gun.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for that kind welcome here in the auditorium. I want to talk to you now a bit about the situation in the Middle East. In case you missed it, just today, and I'm sure you probably did miss it, and I quote, the president of Iran, Ahmadinejad, said, and I quote, "I must announce that the Zionist regime, Israel, with 60-year record of genocide, plunder, invasion, and betrayal, is about to die and will soon be erased from the geographical scene." He said that. And he also said, by the way, in the same statement that comments that he made, "Today, the time for the fall of the satanic power of the United States has come, and the countdown to the annihilation of the emperor of power and wealth has started." My friends, is there any doubt in your mind of what Ahmadinejad's ambitions are concerning Israel and the United States of America? Of course there isn't. And incredibly, Senator Obama wants to, without any conditions, without any preconditions, sit down across the table and negotiate with Ahmadinejad. My friends, that is a fundamental misunderstanding about the conduct of American national security policy. I'll sit down and across from the table from him when he renounces his nation's dedication to the state, destruction of the state of Israel. I'll sit down with him when he renounces his country's program to developing nuclear weapons. And obviously, I will sit down with him, perhaps to us, so important. Today, the Iranians are manufacturing and assembling, manufacturing and sending into Iraq these most lethal explosive devices that are killing brave young Americans. My friends, I'll never sit down until that person renounces his dedication to the death of brave young Americans who are serving our nation in Iraq. Today marks the 876th day since Senator Obama visited Iraq. He has never sat down or asked for a meeting with General Petraeus in order to get briefed on the success of the surge in Iraq. Time after time, he has advocated a withdrawal from Iraq according to a timetable, not according to the facts on the ground. He has made many comments, many of them interesting, many of them very interesting. One of them is that he said not long ago, because I don't want to be inaccurate here, and I quote, and he said this in October of 2007, quote, "I am not persuaded that 20,000 additional troops in Iraq is going to solve the sectarian violence there. In fact, I think it will do the reverse." And then later he said, I don't think the president's strategy is going to work. He goes on, I don't know, on last January, he said, January of 2007, he said, I don't know any expert on the region or any military officer that I've spoken to privately that believes that there's going to make a substantial difference on the situation on the ground. I suggest that he immediately sit down and talk with General David Petraeus. I suggest that he do that immediately. And by the way, in case you didn't remember, the first time that General Petraeus came back to testify, and it wasn't certainly certain about the results of this new strategy, there was MoveOn.org, the very liberal, far-left organization, put an advertisement, full page, in the New York Times. And it had a picture of General Petraeus, and it said, General Petraeus or General Betraeus. Now, my friends, that was hard to believe that anybody would question the patriotism of a man like General David Petraeus. So on the floor of the Senate, we had a resolution condemning that ad. We condemned it. And Senator Obama, who was in the Senate at that time, on that day, refused to vote. My friends, all of us Americans should defend any General David Petraeus in his 35 years or so of brave service to this nation. So it's a very clear choice. And whether it be on Iran, or whether it be on Iraq, or whether it be on other national security issues, Senator Obama does not have the experience and the knowledge and clearly the judgment. My friends, I've had the great honor of serving this nation for a long time. And I've had the great honor of serving in the company of heroes. And I hate war. I hate war. No one hates war more than the veteran, because the veteran feels the pain of a loss of a comrade. And every day, you and I pray that every one of these brave young Americans will come home safe and sound. But we also pray that they succeed, so that never again will we have to ask future generations of young Americans to serve in harm's way.